this being game 3, under normal circumstances, you're in another city, you're probably having dinner last night in one of your favorite restaurants, you're doing the usual stuff. What does it feel like today to be playing a game 3 in these circumstances?
Yeah, that's a good one, Steve. I think it feels a whole lot different than that, what you just described. It feels the same as game 1 and 2, exactly. And I think that's again, we haven't got there yet. I mean, I don't want to totally discount their home game setup and their crowd and their fans instead of on the virtual. I think it's been nice for us, so I don't want to totally discount that yet until we get a little more used to it. But I think it feels really similar to just going in and playing like the last 2 games were for us right now.
Where would you be eating in Brooklyn?
That's a good question, Steve. I'm not much of a go out and eat guy on the road. I probably would have ordered in or just grabbed a quick slice of pizza or something, went back to the room.
We got to work on that.
I do have to work on that. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Right. Next question goes to Michael Grange from Sportsnet.
Hey, Nick. Sorry, I'm getting an echo in here.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I got you, Michael. Good. I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay, it's just in here. I'm getting feedback, so it's going. I'm very fragile mentally.
You have to battle through it.
I got to battle. I'm not good at that. We know that. That's been well established. So I was going to say, are you getting any benefit out of these day games? And like as Steve pointed out, you're not on the road. Are you yourself feeling kind of refreshed? Are you able to, typically sometimes at this stage of a series or a season, it's exhausting and all of that. Do you feel a little better yourself? Do you think your players are feeling a little bit refreshed? Is there been any benefit to this?
Well,
This week's assessment.
yeah, today, right now, I feel really good, right? I feel really good and refreshed and energetic. I'm not going to say I didn't feel like I was almost playing after game 2 the other day. I was pretty wiped out after that game and needed to rest and recuperate from that, which happens, sometimes too. So that felt pretty similar to the real thing. It's feeling more and more like the real thing to me. And I can't quite tell yet, Michael, to answer your question. I mean, I feel really good today, and I think the players got a pretty good spark bounce in their step from what I can tell so far. But man, you sure can never tell till the ball goes up what's going on, You
know what? I do know that. I absolutely agree. Anyways, have a great afternoon. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next, we have Brian Lewis from the New York Post. Brian, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you
Okay.
now.
Sorry. You obviously handled them fine in games 1 and 2, but I'm just curious how different they look without Joe Harris. I mean, without his gravity to kind of stretch the defense and his three-point shooting, how different they look.
Well, I think that he obviously is a really good player, man. One of the elite knockdown guys in the league, but he also plays the game. He plays hard and obviously rebounded the other night. did a lot, drove the ball. I think he gives them a somewhat of a veteran presence out there as well. But they probably replace him with Tyler Johnson today, who I really like too, who can shoot the ball and drive the ball and score. I think. They'd love to have them both, as we all want to have our rosters out there this time of year. But I don't know. I just thought we gotta continue to guard them, and there's 5 guys out there, and we got to guard them all and play our team defense and go after them. They gave us a hell of a game the other day. We really had to dig deep to find a way to win that one. So we're planning on having to play very well again today.
Next, we go to Stephen Lung from Sportsnet.
Hey, Coach. Morning.
Hi, Steve.
I was just wondering, like you've often talked about how like every game, you're constantly trying to learn from it, and you're trying to reach a new level. I'm just curious, just during the playoffs, in between the minutia of making kind of tweaks and adjustments between each game. Can you still do that? Can you still try to glean from and kind of keep that overarching goal of reaching the supposed level that you're trying to hit?
Yeah, Stephen, I think that's a really huge factor in these runs. You heard me say several times last year that by the time of mid-April last year to mid-June, we were a lot different team. We were a lot better basketball team, and we were learning a lot of things that playoff basketball presents you with learning opportunities. And yeah, we're working hard on that now.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yep.
Final two questions here. First one's going to Aaron Rose from SI.com.
Hey, Nick. I'm wondering with guys who have a bad game, I'm speaking, I guess, specifically about Mark here, but in general, we can say, do you try and get them the ball early or run things through them at all to get them going, or is it kind of you treat it like any other day?
Yeah, I think sometimes you do, Aaron, and sometimes you don't. I think that the one thing that, again, you have to accept through this playoff thing, or that we learned about ourselves, is some nights there's one guy or two guys or a group of guys that have it going and the ball finds them, and the other guys are just totally out of the game for whatever reason. Again, and then the next night it changes, and then the next night it changes again, and through our playoff run last year, there was from Mark to Serge to Norm to Kyle to Pascal. They all had huge nights on different nights as we went, and that's kind of accepting that fact. And then when it's not your night, kind of forget about it and hope that the next night the ball finds you and your shot goes in a little bit. But try to keep the constants of playing hard and playing defense there, and let the offense unfold how it unfolds. So
you don't try and kind of do anything; it just sort of happes generically or organically.
Well, I think that sometimes you do, Aaron. Sometimes you don't. Like I didn't necessarily do anything other than talk to Pascal in between games about ways I thought he could get a few more shots. After watching how they're playing him, but it wasn't like we ran a whole bunch of set plays for him or anything like that.
Sure. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, now we have our last two questions. First one is going to Doug Smith from the Toronto Star.
Good morning, Nick. How you doing?
Doing good, Doug. How are you?
Not bad. We did notice that Rondé's got some swelling in his knee and was questionable, I believe. What's his status? And are you going to rest him, or how's he going to look?
He's still questionable, Doug. We're waiting for one last test here. He's right on the border, I think, of possibly getting cleared by Alex and not getting cleared. So I think you probably remember the play. Went up and got a kind of a tough rebound on the outside of some guys, and he came up with the ball and outletted it and kind of started hobbling a little bit after that play. So he sat out yesterday and getting some treatments, but shouldn't be, if he doesn't make it today, it shouldn't be long before he's back.